said, I wanted you to talk about certification because, as you said, it's not your expectation that you're going to be able to go everywhere in the world and teach every single kid.
Right.
So with autism movement therapy, you set about creating a way in which you could credential someone so that they would know and have the skills that you have and create their own autism movement therapy program where they are. Talk to us about what it takes, who might be interested, when you have the trainings, and how they would sign up for it.
Well, we have the trainings every 3 times a year here in Los Angeles. That's a given. It's every October, March, and June, and then the dates kind of change within it. But the dates are already set up for 2015-16 till June 2016. Our next one here is October 24th and 25th, March 13th and 14th, and June 25th and 26th, I believe.
Okay.
I also intermittently go out wherever people want me to go, and New York is now one of my places that I go myself. I book myself into New York. We'll be September 28th and 29th at the Gibney Dance Center.
Okay.
It's on Broadway. It's downtown near Union Square. It's one of the smaller dance spaces, and I only have room for 10, and we're at capacity. I have a waiting list on that.
Okay.
So we're only able to take 10. Usually, we do about 15, 20 certifications, participants. It's a 2-day certification. It's a 10-hour, 5 hours a day, Saturday and a Sunday, or whatever the 2 days are. And it's a 45-minute, what AMT is a 45-minute structured movement and music program. I license the music. There's 6 songs. When you take the certification, you get those 6 songs. So I give you all the tools to put up an AMT 45-minute movement and music class.
Right.
And it's structured just like any dance class would be structured. And many people debate with me about that the format stays the same. Within the different songs, we do some different movement depending on the level of your functioning of your individuals in your class.
Right.
But mostly it stays the same. And my idea for that is, this works for me and it works for all the kids that I've been working with, is that there is a comfort in knowing that you're walking into the same routine. Our kids like that.
Yeah.
And I equate it to a ballet class.
Yeah.
I'm a dancer. I have a degree in dance. I danced for 20 years of my life. I could go to a ballet class anywhere in the world. What am I going to start with? Left hand on the bar pliés. That's the way a ballet class starts. What am I going to go to after that? Rond de jambes, en l'air, move center, center work across the floor. So the reason I structured my AMT class is that way, is it's a 45-minute structured center, across the floor, cool down.
Right.
And it looks like a real dance class. That's why when you see the individuals doing the movement, it looks like a regular dance class. What I've done is take those 6 songs and structured the way, and it's all different kind of music. I have New Orleans Bayou music. I have French cafe music. I use 3 different songs from a guy that's a composer just for dance. And there's no lyrics in his songs. And then I use Zydeco music.
Oh.
And I love that. That's the last piece, is Zydeco. But I've put that music there for a reason. And it scaffolds in the way that the brain is able to interpret the information. Because it's really all about ABA and the variables in the environment.
Right.
And how an individual, you, me, or anyone else, is processing variables in the environment. There's a light up here. You're sitting here. You've got on a pink sweater. This is a glass table. It makes noise. I don't hear anything. Those are all variables. We're constantly processing variables in our environment as we walk through our daily routine of life. Our individuals with autism process to a lesser or greater degree differently.
Yeah.
They may not see that light, or they may only be able to see that light, and they can't come over here and process it all as a whole idea.
Right, because they might see the flickering of that light that you and I
and they get stuck there.
Exactly.
Or there could be a noise outside, and we could be hearing a and they can't see that, but they can hear
right.
So how do we serve an individual that's processing that way?
Yeah.
I've always said, We try to help them have a whole brain thinking approach,
Right.
meaning that if we begin to activate, if the individual is hearing over here, that means their audio processing is taking precedence over their visual. So what do we want to do so that they come a little bit closer to middle? We want to stimulate the visual processing, the gross motor. We know that whenever we marry visual processing and audio processing with gross motor, which is done at the cerebellum at the back of the brain, we know that we can get higher level thinking skills. So AMT, the program itself, is about marrying gross motor, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, with sound and speech. And what I didn't know in the beginning when I actually started the program was that we were going to kick in speech and language. And that's the biggest progress that we see with the kids.